Finding good freelancers can be a real challenge. I remember back 3 or 4 years ago when I started working with freelancers on a large scale, I always thought, so how can I see on the profile that this person is really matching the skills that I require? Is the person behind this profile and not somebody else owning the profile and selling somebody else? I was always wondering how to find the best freelancers that serve my organization I can work with in projects for short term and for long term. And this video will help you with my experience of over 200,000 hours working with freelancers in globally distributed virtual teams so that you can find the best freelancers for your projects. So there are many talent marketplaces out there. One, I think this is the most important one and the biggest one is Upwork. Then you have Fiverr, Guru, Freelancer.com, People Per Hour. If you want to have 30 other potential platforms, just send me a comment below this video and I will give you my list. What they all have in common is that they restricted their rules for people that want to apply. So they also have a pre-check of profiles and they are not letting just anybody in. They really check the quality, they check your personality, etc. However, there are some common traps that you can fall in when working with freelancers or when trying to find the best ones. I really experienced that freelancers sell their profiles to other people. And that's the worst thing because you see something that looks pretty good, you see the profile of a person, but behind there is another one. So it requires really a deep look. I recommend always, really always, having a personal call with video enabled. Some might not do that, so question this. Ask why don't you want to have a camera on? What's the issue with that? Sometimes they are just concerned with their cultural background to show their video. That might happen. But in many cases, of course, they don't have a webcam, but then they are not used to work remotely for a long period of time because that's absolutely important to have a video to see each other when communicating. The next thing is the person that owns the profile is not the person that you see on the profile. And I want you to be very aware of this issue that can happen. What can also happen is that you get an account manager that is not listed as an agency on the platform you are working on, and this person sells somebody from his or her team. I want really to put stress on this because I fell into this trap. You can watch my TEDx talk. You can watch my TEDx talk, simply Google by Manuel Pistner TEDx, how I already crashed my whole business by giving too much trust into intransparent and not honest account managers that simply fooled me. And I always want you to remember to look behind the person you are talking to. If this is the person you are really working with, or if this person is an account manager or salesperson that will sell you somebody else from his or her team. What can you do to make sure you really understand what this person is an expert for? Screen through this profile and do not just rely on this single profile on a single talent marketplace, but also check the profile of this person on LinkedIn, check it on other talent marketplaces and see if this person is transparent with his or her skills and if they are the same on all the platforms. You should check how many hours this person worked in jobs. Is it a person that usually tries to work on short gigs, so short jobs for like a day or 2 or even 5 days? Or is this a person that wants long-term cooperations? Most likely we'll see the hourly rate on the profile of this person and you can check the history of hourly rates. Yeah, if they are just overloaded with work, they will increase their hourly rate. That's normal. That's how business works, right? Every company does that. If they have too much to do, then if they are utilized properly, they will raise their prices. So that's how freelancers work too. And you should also check if this person is an average skilled person. Simply if this person is an expert or claims to be an expert for software development, for project management, for graphic design, for video editing, that's not realistic. So make sure you find experts, not average people that can do everything, but they can't do it pretty well. They are not experts. You want to find experts that get your job done in the best quality. So make sure that you have a person that is an expert, for example, in software development, and check that this person had jobs in the past where software development was the core kind of work they had to do. So you don't want people that claim or say or write on their profile they are project managers and then they just have software development jobs. Just make sure that you understand this. Also check their track record if they have been employed in the past in a similar working environment, how long they work as a freelancer. So what you want is you want to be guided by them. In the worst case, you have to tell the freelancer every single detail what they have to do. But what you want, or at least what I always want, is that I want to hire experts that are better than I am. And I want them to tell me what I should do. I usually start with a consultation. I pay them, of course. So that is one important thing. Good freelancers don't do work for free. Very important, they don't work for free, not even a test task. They have more than enough job offers, so there's no reason for them to work for free, just for your job for free, right? I mean, if you want to give them a test task, pay them their hourly rate, and then you have the flexibility to cancel, to switch, to change to somebody else. But you will get good quality if you pay them even for a test task. And then, once you did this test task, make sure that you lead them well. A corporation is not a one-rooted thing. It will not lead to success if only the freelancer leads you. You also have to lead the freelancer. That's about expectations. So make sure that you have a really clear understanding of what you expect from each other and write this down. You want to have implicit, non-written expectations into explicit agreements, written agreements. And that will allow both of you to always get back to the agreement and check if you are still on track. So clarity is something that is very important when working with freelancers. There's another video that I've created which is called Leading Virtual Teams Remotely. And I describe some hacks, some very important things that I've learned over the past years, what you should respect when you want to work with high-performance virtual teams of freelancers. And the last thing is, treat freelancers well. They are just human beings, right? They are not different from your employees. They are not even different from you. They are human beings. And if you treat them well, if you pay them well, and if you give them exciting tasks, they will stay with you and they will serve you well. They will cooperate with you, right? It's not you are the one that has the money and they have to do your shit work. That's not how it is. Good freelancers, they want to cooperate with you. And I experienced that. I completely rebuilt my organization from 43 local employees, to a global virtual organization with more than 150 freelancers. And even they've rebuilt my organization, right? So that shows what you can achieve with freelancers. If you respect them, if you treat them well, and if you have clarity about what they can expect from you and what you expect from them. One very important thing that I had to learn the hard way. The next thing is make sure that when your freelancers work with you, you can either have a fixed price engagement or you can have a time and material engagement where you pay them by the hour. Transparency is key. You always need to make sure that both sides, you and the freelancer, have transparency. They want to make sure that they understand, especially in the fixed price engagement, when they get paid. So that again needs a clearly written agreement instead of implicit expectations. And when they work per hour, all these platforms, they provide you with time tracking tools where you can really see, even with a screenshot of your freelancer, if they allow this, where you can see what they are working on. From my experience, I don't care what they are working on. I usually get an agreement and commitment on goals. And how you see that this person is a good freelancer if they ask you what they need to deliver so that you are satisfied. That's again, you want to be guided, and they will guide you well by setting the right expectations right from the beginning of your cooperation. So basically that's it. If you respect all these things, you will have lots of fun on the one side with global virtual teams of freelancers, but you can also have a highly increasing productivity in your organization and get work done much faster than you could ever imagine. If you are excited about increasing the performance of your virtual teams or in your remote team, let me know, subscribe to this channel or ask some questions below the video. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. And when you want to have more experience from myself or get more use cases or hacks for working remotely, subscribe to that channel and get more videos soon.